Hi everyone, my name is Haley, and to describe my life before I decided to give Christ complete and utter control, I would definitely use the word yearning. Before I gave him control, I was constantly just looking for validation and love from, all these different people, and I was just, yearning for them to love me and accept me. And first it was with friends, I had to be a part of every single group of friends in school, and I couldn't deal with even one person not absolutely loving me, because that was what my priorities were. That was what I was counting on. But of course, that wasn't satisfying. I couldn't get any friends to stick around forever because, no matter who I was friends with, eventually we drifted apart at some point. And so towards the end of high school, I started turning to guys to kind of give me that love that I was always just so, chasing after. But I could never really open up to any guys. I just felt so undesirable and just so not worth it that I was really closed off from them. And because of that, no guys ever stuck around. And so after that in college, I got kind of into the partying scene. I started going and getting drunk with different guys and everything in the hope that even if just for that one night they would like me and they would, they would accept me and love me. I knew that this wasn't going to turn into any sort of relationship, but I was willing to settle because that's all I could really get. Then over this past summer, I went to this party with a bunch of people that I really did not know at all, yet I was still so desperate for them to love me and accept me, even though I had no idea who they were. But anyways, that night, things just got really out of control. I went too far with a guy. I just wasn't comfortable with it. And my drinking that night just really got out of control too. I made a lot of mistakes, and I woke up the next morning just feeling so brokenhearted and more empty and hurt and undesirable than I'd ever felt. And so it was that, at that point that I finally just cried out and I said, God, help me out here. This hurts. I'm in pain and I feel empty and nothing's working. Fix this for me. And God just kind of said, he's like, Haley, I've been waiting to hear you say those words. But, he also told me you're going to lose some friends along the way, which I did. I lost all my partying friends. But in return, I've gotten something so much greater. I've gotten the love of Christ. And that's why the word that I would use to describe my life after I gave him control is desired. I'm no longer, yearning and chasing after and longing for approval and affection and love, and rather I'm the one who's getting desired, and God is chasing after me, and that's just an incredible feeling. It's still a struggle. This is something I've struggled with my whole life, but whenever I'm feeling down and undesirable, I just kind of go back to Psalms 45:11, where it says, the Lord is longing for your beauty, and that just is so uplifting to think that he actually longs for me and he loves me, and that's just such an incredible feeling. And so that's my testimony, and I hope that it has helped you in your walk with Christ in some small way. So thank you for listening.